Hello everyone and welcome back to another Poppy Builds video. Yay! Today I am going to be taking over Penny's apartment. This is the previous studio apartment, and the whole entire goal of today is to just mess around with the textures and see what I can do. Just play a little bit, have some fun. So this is going to be a textured apartment for 2 bedrooms. I decided that Penny needed a roommate, so she now has one. I don't remember her name, I don't remember anything about her, but she is in the hallway next to Penny. Hello! I think Penny is literally the only sim that I knows the name of. And Marcus. I don't even know the land grab's first names. Do I play The Sims if I don't know their names? That's okay. We all play The Sims differently, and I'm terrible with knowing The Sims names, except for Penny's. Because I like to play in this apartment, so I'm always normally kicking Penny out of the world. So I'm like, bye Penny! Or I play in the apartments next to her, and she always has parties, and so I have to be like, excuse me Penny, when I play in The Sims. So that's why she's my most well-known sim. So as you can see, I'm really playing about with the wall texture. So we've got some, wow, this is so embarrassing, siding with, oh dear, oh dear. What do you call that? It has a specific name. The ones with whatever, I don't know the name of it. We've got 3 to 4 different types of wall texture, which I don't know any of the names of, so was this build a good idea? No, but I did it anyway. And the kitchen ends up being my favorite part of this build, because I really do like how the marble countertops, checkered, oh, thank goodness I remembered a name of something, how the checkered marble tops play off the textures of the wall, and they look really nice. They're just so cute. These counters are from the Magical Realm expansion pack, and they are adorable. I quite honestly love most of the things in that pack. I love the bed, I love the floral wallpaper. I think it is all quite beautiful. Have I played with the spells or anything? No, but do I like the build stuff? Yes, yes I do very much, and these countertops attest to just how beautiful some of the build and buy stuff is from that expansion pack. My favorite expansion pack though, and I've definitely said this multiple times, or I've thought it at least, is probably, build-wise, probably the Jungle Adventure pack, or the Solani pack. World-wise, it's definitely Solani. I know I never played The Sims 3, so I can't attest to the comparison, but I like Solani. I like the island vibes, and I can't wait to have more warm climate, oceanic-based builds. I just want another water thing. I want another water-based build, okay? I've said this many times before. I want us to have a water, sports expansion pack with skiing, water skiing, sailing, better snorkeling, actual scuba diving, surfing, windsurfing, wind kayaking, wakeboarding. Oh, water volleyball, water polo. I would just like a lot of water games, please. And just another world with water. That's not a pool. If Windenburg you could swim in what I have deemed it to be a cove, it probably isn't, but I'm just going to go follow myself blindly and say it is a cove. It's probably something else. If you could swim in that, that would really have expanded the world quite a bit. So I can't wait for that one day. But I do think the Jungle Adventure pack is one of my personal favorites, build and buy wise. Because I'm pretty certain these fridge and oven are from that pack, and I use this fridge and oven all the time because they are so beautiful. Because again, they have some nice cute little textures on them. It's very subtle, but it does suit it very beautifully. I also do like the tiny living pack. I'm very intentional with the packs I buy, and I have not been upset yet with a pack because I haven't bought all of them, because the ones I haven't bought, they're just the ones that I'm not super interested in. Like the cats and dogs expansion pack looks great, like the build and buy stuff, but I don't have any interest in playing with cats and dogs, so I haven't bought it, even though the world looks really awesome. I just haven't bought it, so that is that. So there are, I bet, some things that I'm really missing out on that I would super love, but I try to be intentional with what I buy. And I do think maybe the next pack I would buy might be the Snowy Escape pack, but it's got to be on like pretty decent sale for me to consider it, or the farming house like kit, but I just can't justify paying that amount for how little content there is for me personally. Like, it's not something I like crave. Like, it was like, again, if they brought out like a kit pack that had like what I really wanted, what would I really want in The Sims? That was like just really randomly specific things. I don't know. Like, I would see it when I would know when I saw it, but like, I haven't seen like a kit. If it jumped out at me, I would potentially be willing to pay the amount. But if it's not like something that grabs you, then yeah, you can wait, see what else comes up. Wait for a sale. You never know. But if it's something like you really want, then you got the money for it. I would be going for it. But I don't know. I think the Snowy Escape one might be my next pack. Because I really do one day want to own all of the packs. But then I like think to myself, why? Like, you don't always need it all. If you know, especially like you're not going to use it. Like the Halloween pack, I would never use that. But I have a friend who plays a sim, and the Halloween pack is, like, the Halloween and Vampires pack are her two favorite packs. So, when I'm like, oh, I love Solani, she's like, well, that place sucks. So, I'm like, okay, well, that's different gameplay if I've ever heard of it. So, I also don't have the Vampire packs. I would be interested in buying that too. But, I don't know, do the vampires come into the world? Maybe. I thought adding this little giraffe was so cute. I think it really was nice. I wanted to keep this hallway just open, simple, just empty-ish, and I think it was a good idea. I liked adding these kind of futuristic, they're from Ego Lifestyle. They're definitely one of the more stranger aspects of the build and buy objects. But I think they look nice in this build, and it's definitely, I messed about with some texture with them because I have never used them in a build before. The toilet definitely looks like a composting toilet that like tiny homes have for RVs and stuff like that. So that definitely fit the mold for me. But the sink, it was kind of strange. You have to have a matching sink. So I get it, I get it. I think if it had been like skinny and square, I would have really liked it. Because round doesn't fit as well in my opinion. So I don't know whose room is whose. You could easily have one room be Penny's and the other room be for the other girl, whose name I don't remember. But for the rooms, they're just going to have a lot of nice texture, what? And be very warm and cozy. I mess about with this room. This is not how it stays, because I didn't want to block off the windows too much. But then where I thought the door was, it all just looked like, I didn't like the layout, so I ended up mixing it up, moving the bed, and I think that did help. So by moving the bed, I liked that. Can a sim walk to this little excess space? Oh, I have no idea. But I liked... We're gonna pretend. Because again, in real life, you could easily walk through that space. So we're just gonna pretend it's SimCam. But I pushed the bed, I think, a little bit more into the wall eventually too. To open up the space. So I hope a sim can walk through there. And if not, I'll be sad. Here I am again playing with a bit of pattern. This isn't necessarily like textures, but like the bed has some textured quilts and spreads on it, so we can pretend like I added a few patterns in here too, just to mix up the space and make it look a little bit different. And I think it does look quite nice. And I really do think that the space in this room was very well optimized. So it's not super cluttered. It just looks like someone lives in this room and made it what they wanted. So I do like that. Like, it's a skinny room, but it's not a small room. It's just a bit of an awkward room to mess about with. So adding a bit more texture with that, with our wood lines. Of course a plant. Looks fantastic. I really do hope a sim can walk through that space, but I'm not 100% certain. I really wanted to continue the like wall shelves with the one with matching the photo, but they all stuck out too much. And like, why would you just have random pieces? I didn't like how it looked, so adding these cloud ones, I think it made the space look fun and playful. And I think really worked with the space and all. So that's one bedroom, and this is going to be the second bedroom. So it's also a little bit skinny, but it definitely does have a lot more space. So maybe this is Penny's bedroom because she gets the bigger bedroom. But we do not know. I ended up getting rid of this closet because I didn't like it. I wanted to make sure that at least one bed you could have like two Sims sleep in it. And so by deleting the closet, I could have two Sims. So as you can see with this room has much more of like a style to it than the previous room. This room has a lot of like brown tones to it, some brown patterns, some brown textures. Again, not on a lot of like different textures, because there's not a lot of pieces that have a lot of different textures. Like the dresser will have a bit of different texture, like the wood pieces will. But you don't like, there's not a lot of like steel versus copper versus like wire versus other materials to like mix up the space. So instead of like super mixing it up, I went with like a bit of texture and pattern. But as you can see, that desk definitely has some texture. And where is it from? Oh, of course, the Solani Island Living expansion pack. Hehe. I do love the stuff from that one. This room makes me smile. I think it's very well done and it's just quite cozy. Then I decided to add these plants, and I was looking for the specific one that I couldn't find it. It's from Eco Living. It's like this one but with people and plants on it. I couldn't find it, so I used this one instead. Just to have like another little wall accent, and yeah, I like it. I really do like how this room turns out. It's definitely a little bit less cluttered and a bit more simple than the other room. And there's the first sim. Hello. I don't know her name. This is the build. Welcome to our nice bathroom. I did change the shower, add a bit more pattern and textures, but here is the apartment in all. Ooh, beautiful. I think the kitchen is just, I love the green. It matches it so well. It's so aesthetic. I think it just suits the space really beautifully, and I love how the kitchen looks. Like, all of the colors are quite complementary. Hello, Giraffe. In here is the first bedroom. Really nice and cozy. Be a nice place to live. We should get some beautiful views out of that window. And then here is the second bedroom with more brown tones and textures. And it's a really calming bedroom. I think it's quite beautiful. That little spot there is definitely my favorite. It's just everything matches so well. And that in all is the whole entire build. So I'm going to finish with my favorite part. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye!